right? So, welcome back to the channel, guys. As you guys can tell that watch the channel, we still got the red truck Woody out here, and this thing is kicking ass and taking names nowadays. We got the 8-gallon from the white truck in this truck here, and we got a couple more surprises coming. I'm gonna really actually set this wooden skid up as like a real professional rig, and so me and Callum can both work at the exact same time, just like on that white truck that I have. But enough about that, guys. Let's talk about washing in the winter or fall like we are, and when basically just like when the weather is cold. Depends on where you're at. You're in Florida, you're all good, but you know, you're up north like us, up in New England, not so much. And not to say that you can't wash. You cannot wash in the winter though. Like dead winter, no, you're not washing. But it's you know, negative degrees sometimes. That wouldn't be fun. I mean, I'm sure some people have, and I'm sure some people do, but 99% of y'all, you ain't gonna be washing in the wintertime, all right? So, but when you are washing and it is cold out, I may be saying freezing, but it's not really freezing. But when it is cold out, freezing out, you already know that you need to get a hot mix on there, guys. And your dwell time has to be long enough, but also, you know, see right here, the sun's coming out. You don't want it to dry on the house either. You can't be like, oh, I'll just leave it on for 20 minutes. No, you'll have streaking all over the windows. You'll have streaking on the siding. You'll be brushing the siding later on. Probably not on this house because it's white, but on certain colors you'll be screwed. Let's just put it that way. And you'll have, you know, all that chalkiness all over it and stuff, and not that oxidation chalky just from salt being all over it, and it's not fun. So yeah, I mean, so what we're using right now, you know, just downstreaming, is an 8-gallon per minute pressure washer, and we're going to be using the smallest orifice that we can use, and that would be the 1.8 orifice, the 1.8 downstream injector. And that's going to be getting us a 1.25% on our machine. You definitely want to do a draw test. We're going to be doing a draw test soon enough, so we can show you how to do a draw test, so you know what's coming out of your machine, and you know what injector you want to use. I mean, it doesn't really matter, honestly. I mean, you know, even whatever your result is, you're going to get a better draw. You're going to get a hotter mix with that lower number on that injector. That's basically all you have to know. And when you're washing in the wintertime, you want to really watch out for the wind. I know everybody's like, oh, yeah, well, I mean, you gotta wash, so we wash in the wind, right? When it's windy out, I mean, if you can, you're still just gonna go do it. You know what I mean? You can't just take every day off just because it's windy. Some places it's just always windy, and then you're just not gonna have any luck with that. But you know, you gotta get her done. Also, guys, when you're washing in the winter time, you're gonna want to winterize your equipment, of course. So you're gonna want to blow out all your lines with air. You're gonna want to put some antifreeze in your pumps, and we have some videos on that as well, and some shorts, I'm pretty sure, on that, about winterizing and blowing out the lines. I'll probably do another one. And also do sell the connector pieces to hook up to your air compressor and to like your garden hose, your pressure washing reel, your soft wash reel with cam locks and different things like that. So have that down in the description below. Have that link so you can get those, and you can get your rigs all winterized. Get like your antifreeze at you know, like Lowe's, Home Depot, something like that. Use RV antifreeze. That's what I always use. It's good enough. You just don't want a bunch of water in the pump. And on your pressure washer there, after the unloader, you should just unhook the whip line or your line off of the unloader, off of the pressure washer there. So then, you know, if there is any water either way, it would just be able to move out and it won't be stuck in like a whole line of water. Basically, you know, give it somewhere to go. And that's another thing too, keep all your ball valves open, everything open, disconnect everything you possibly can, as long as, you know, your tanks aren't draining out and stuff like that. You don't want that happening. But so definitely careful with your suction lines there when you're just opening up everything and leaving it. And that brings me to my last tip that I'm going to be telling you guys, and I'm sure there's tons more things that you need to know about cleaning in the wintertime, but this is one thing that I realized with like my IBC tote that we use for the buffer tank. What I like to do is I will either drain it completely or at least shut it and, you know, dump out like the Y filter and the lines going to the pressure washer and whatever else I have. So then it won't freeze any of that part, like the Y filter or anything like that, because that is pretty easy to freeze. You have a mesh metal filter inside of there, guys, that can freeze, and that will freeze very easily. And I mean, you really want to just dump out the tank, to tell you the truth, especially depending on the temperatures. But if it's just going to be a little cold there, it's good just to shut it all, like I was saying. And then also, if you open up the valve, you'll know if it's frozen because it will not open. So that's kind of why you should probably just dump the tank. Not a big deal about filling it up the next day. Fill it up in the morning. Alright guys, so if you guys have anything, some good tips about cleaning in the wintertime, definitely leave them down below, comment below, like, subscribe. Peace out guys, we'll see you guys on the next one.